Hi everyone, my name is Ijeoma Ucheibe and welcome to my channel where I talk about human resource related content and its intersection with the law under the Naija HR Chic Series with Moa. Anyways, today I'm talking about that buzzword that everybody has been talking about for the past year and a half. It's called remote work. Is it any good? Is it just a waste of people's time? Is it here to stay? And most importantly, is it beneficial for you as an employee and as an employer? Questions. How do you deal with this as a HR professional? So thankfully, I'm able to work at a law firm in Lagos that affords me the ability to, well, we call it a hybrid system now because most of our lawyers work from home or have been working from home since the beginning of March last year. I think we came back for a bit on a shift schedule and we went back to working from home. So we can say more or less we've been working from home for a year and it's been very interesting to say the least. You know, when it comes to that initial time where you're having to deal with, well, employees, there's that fear on the part of employers that, oh my god, now that I can't see these people, I can't keep a watch on them, and there's no attendance to be sure that this person came to work or this person went out for a break or is being productive at their roles. You know, those are questions that business owners, employers are constantly thinking about, and that cascades down to you who is the HR professional. They are there thinking, okay, how do I keep employees engaged enough to be excited to work? Because then they knew that within the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for some organizations, I would show up at this building called the workplace, do my bits, and by 5:30 I'm on my way home. That sort of thing. So how do you constantly keep everyone engaged and appreciated enough to do their jobs? Cue in remote work. Now we had to work remotely, but it didn't affect so much of our operations because the team that I work for or the team I belong to happens to be a team that has to be on ground. So we decided on our own to work in a schedule. Like some people would come on certain days and some would come on other days, and it has been working perfectly to the point where we even feel like if things continue the way they are going, we might end up having to put a remote work policy in place. Yes, so that people get to work from home twice in a day. We're not looking at the pandemic continuing, but we're looking at the changes that can be incorporated into the work life of our employees. And I think that most organizations are actually thinking about this. I know that there was a time I'm not really sure, that Twitter and a couple of organizations were also telling employees to work from home permanently if they were interested. Now, this is where technology comes into place because I think Nigeria as a country, we haven't got to the point where I can say that we can conveniently, for some organizations though, work from home. You still have to have at best, a hybrid system in place where some people come to work and some permanently work from home, right? While those ones who are on ground, like my department who is on ground, take care of certain things to aid the work of people working from home. But I've looked at it and I've seen that, well, from my own experience, working from home has its perks in ways that you would never see coming. Not because I am trying to speak as a HR professional, but also speaking as an employee. Number one, I found that I've been very productive. There's always this need to have a to-do list. Not like I never had them, but all of a sudden I'm very conscious of that to-do list. I feel like I have more to prove because you're not being seen. So you want to be sure that on your timesheet, for instance, every hour is properly accounted for. And it's not like, oh, Ijeoma woke up at 10 a.m. and has been sleeping all day and pressing her phone because no one is looking at her. I give myself that feeling like, oh, imagine if you're in the office, will you be sleeping? Imagine if you're in the office, will you be at your desk now? You obviously be on break. So when you have that mentality, it helps you to be a little bit more productive. And that's one of the things I feel has been productive. My productivity level has kind of spiked to the roof during the course of COVID, and of course working remotely before we went back to the shift schedule. And performance wise, oh my god, because you know that nobody is looking at you, looking over your shoulder, there's that need to outperform yourself, if there's a word like that. There's also that need to be engaged. It is very difficult in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, once you have, like I do have like a workplace where I resume to every morning, there's that spirit of having to be by the time you're looking at your productivity levels rising and the performance combined, it helps you to stay engaged as an employee. Now you're seeing where I was still talk about how the HR professional bit comes in to make employees a little bit more engaged without feeling like they're under pressure. Now, a lot of jobs that I get or offers I've been getting have been asking me to resume on site. Not like I don't want to resume on site, but having worked from home, and now the shift schedule for a better part of the year, I'm thinking, do I want a job that requires me to stay on site? I need a job that gives me a little bit more flexibility. It makes me stay on top of my role and what I have to offer to the organization. And whether you like it or not, if you stay in Lagos, remote work is the way to go, my people. I know that it feels like I should be talking both ways for employees and employers, but the amount of money I have saved, oh my god, I don't even want to tell you guys. I calculated it the other day. I felt like a quarter of the money I will have used is what I use, let's say, for the whole month. So you're saving money from your transport allowance. Let's say that's what's factored into your basic pay per month, and also the benefits that comes with working from home. For employers, I think that right now you have a greater pool of talents. There's no geographical limitations. You have people asking for remote workers from the US, from Canada. The other day I went online and I saw a remote job for a graphic designer. I do a bit of graphic design skills on the side sometimes, and they were open to graphic designers coming from Nigeria. So I'm there thinking, oh my god, there used to be a time that you had to travel, you had to be thinking of visas to go for an interview, but now all they need is someone who has a functional laptop, working internet, and a mic, maybe for meetings and all that, to discuss projects. And voila, yes, you have a PayPal account for payment of your services and you're good to go. So those are things that's one of the reasons I think that employers would enjoy and have a greater benefit of people working from home. There's a greater pool of talents like around the world to choose from. Another thing is, of course, the same way I'm saving time and cost. For the employer bits, I know that we saved a lot of money. Trust me. Buying fuel, buying paper, buying basic toiletries to clean the office. I know how much we have had to cut down. And sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh my god, we could save this amount of money just in 6 months. Are you sure there's no need for us to just work from home? We only come to the office when we need to come to the office. So, and what this means is the employees have lesser office interruptions. So then it increases their productivity. Do you see how it ties? They don't come to the office so much until they need to come to the office to get a file or something, but it ends up increasing productivity of employees. So do you think watching this video, remote work is beneficial for you? Do you think it's beneficial for your organization? Is it something you suggest to your management? Is it something you would do for you as a HR professional? Is it something that you would advise, that employees should adopt, in coming years? Do you think that a remote work policy is one of the policies you should start thinking about, advocating for or implementing in your workplace? Let me know in the comment section what you think about these few questions, because it's an ever-evolving world of work, right? But till I come your way next time with another beautiful topic that I cannot wait. I'm actually literally shaking with excitement. Let me know in the comment section what you think, topics that you think I should actually be talking about. But please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please and please share, like, comment, whatever you do. Please come back to this channel where I talk about HR and related content. Stay safe, guys. I'll see you later.